Around here long before the terrible events of 2001. On September 11, 1996, Roger Kajowski was hired here at ELITeXPO, and her first job was in accounting. During the first 6 months of her employment, Heidi would come to the office after her shift was complete while she was working in ops for one of the ground carriers. I think it was ELITEXPRESS or ACI.
AC Express.
AC Express.
That's where Roger worked too.
After seeing Heidi here at the office so often, on April 21st, 97, I hired Heidi. She really didn't have a specific job, but I just sort of knew that for some reason or another we were destined to be together. The strangeness goes on. Well, as we began to know and learn more about Heidi, I learned of this lineage of freight experience in her family and was introduced to her sister Ingrid, who was working for an international freight forwarder in St. Louis. I was fortunate enough to talk her into accepting a sales position with us so that she could work for us and stay in St. Louis. That was November 2nd, 1998. Ingrid shared with us some notes that her daughter and husband sent her on the day she decided to switch jobs and join ELITeXPO. Jim wrote, "I hope you are happy here with your new job and new life at home. Just remember I love you and stand behind your decisions. Good luck. I'm sure you will do great. With all my love, Jim." Her daughter Jackie wrote, "Thank you so much for quitting your job. That was very nice. Dad and me will get to see more of you more often, and I will get to ride the bus. You are the best. I love you so much. Sincerely, Jackie." We are honoring Ingrid today on her 20th anniversary at ELITeXPO. We are very fortunate to have found Ingrid and very fortunate that she has graced us for the past 20 years with her excellent work ethic, consistent performance as one of our top producing sales reps. It is difficult to know many of the intricate details about Ingrid, as she has always worked out of St. Louis, but we were able to dig up a few interesting items and things about Ingrid so that we could get her a few things that she might like. A few things that she might like.
Well, at least you're better looking than Chuck. Ingrid made it, everybody. 20 years, give her a hand. A lot of people don't know that Ingrid Maine's last name was almost Ingrid, New Hampshire. But she broke off the engagement and married Jim and became Ingrid Maine. 20 years, I thought of that all by myself. 20 years with Elite, another St. Louis River rat, another Cardinal fan, likes big mosquitoes. Blues. And the Blues too, only took 49 years. But her most love is her truckers. Now you know everything comes out of her mouth as my truckers, my truckers, my truckers, right? Yes. I used to be a trucker and I've been to many truck stops all over the country. And the main conversation isn't biscuits and gravy, it's Ingrid Maine and TNA. Now when I'm talking TNA, I mean Truck Stops of America. Right? And to honor her TNA, I know, have you ever been to New Orleans?
No.
I can tell. Here you go, though. You have now. From the Truckers Teamsters, some love bees for TNA Ingrid. They're in here somewhere. Oh no, this is Chuck Michelle's bag. No. Everybody? Oh yes, and every trucker knows you need a hat to go with that. We all know that you also drink Budweiser beer, so you gotta have a little koozie. No Tums included. And if anybody's been on Facebook, they all know how much you love your dog, Odie, right? Odie! Odie gets a hat too! Willie Nelson style. All these crackers got in here, but take them home too. That must have been for Chuck at his hot tub convention. I won't go into that. So, I want to say, as a trucker, I can't believe how many loads you've given your truckers all over here. Whether it's a 48 102 or a 110 503 or a 3 o'clock in the Red Roof Inn, it really doesn't matter. It's all on the bottom line, right, Jim? There you go. From the Truckers Teamsters of America.
Oh no.
Sorry about that, Leslie. The TNA Truckers Union would like to present
Oh no.
Ingrid, Maine, almost Ingrid in Vermont, or Ingrid, New Hampshire, a wooden puzzle of the United States of America with every state she's had a trucker go to, so you can keep track of them. And how she did it in a truckload in Hawaii, I'll never know, but hell, she did it. Ingrid, Maine, everybody, give her a hand. Oh, Dave wants the mic back, sorry.
We don't need to hear what's going on in the bathroom after that. Scott McLean again, everybody. Okay, you may not know how Ingrid got her start in sales. So back on November 15, 2018, after last year's annual meeting, Ingrid sent Leslie and I an email regarding her 20th year anniversary. And it said, well, I made it, 20 years. I wanted to thank you both, and of course, Heidi, who got me this gig. When we were young, Heidi was in the band and was too shy to go sell sausages and candles door to door for the band fundraiser. So I did it for her so she could go on the band trip. And she's been pushing my sales career for a long time. So since it's clear that your career in sales began with candles and sausages, we would like you to continue on that great success you had so far by rejuvenating whatever mojo those early sales calls brought by giving you three wick candles from Bed Bath & Beyond. The first one is Limoncello, which is Leslie's favorite because it reminds her of her drinks. My favorite, mahogany teak wood, because it's manly. And then the third one is coconut macaroon, because Leslie just thought the container was cute. We didn't want you to have to travel back to St. Louis with actual sausages to stink up the ride, so we'd like to have you give you this pack of Rachel Ray sausage dog bites for Odie, since he's really helping you in your home office selling as well.
Odie's getting spoiled this thing. That's funny.
So, living extremely close to O'Hare Airport, when they were kids, Ingrid's dad, Fritz, who's here, shout out to Fritz, and Jeanette, we would be remiss if they weren't here, God bless them both, would take the family to O'Hare Airport on Sundays to watch the planes fuel and see cargo get loaded. Back then, you could walk around and go to the gates and watch out the windows for no apparent reason. This was great, inexpensive family outing and allowed for the girls to run around and gather luggage tags with these cool 3-letter codes on them from each of the airline's counters. They'd watch the arrivals and departure boards to see which gate they needed to go to next to watch. Well, one Sunday, when their dad asked the usual question of where they wanted to go that day, Ingrid chimed in that this time she wanted to go to the airport and actually fly somewhere. So Fritz took them to the airport, but this time he bought tickets to Detroit. They flew to Detroit, had ice cream in the terminal, and flew back home again. Hildy and Ingrid even got to go up to the first class cabin. So in commemoration of those fun times when you were a kid, we got you this really cool pink Chicago O'Hare ORD t-shirt to remind you of those days when going to the airport wasn't as difficult as it is today. So when Jackie first moved out of state to Phoenix for her first job, before her transfer recently to Dallas, she had to make the decision to leave behind her beloved miniature Chihuahua and Not that Ingrid and Jim ever gave her any option about that, of course. They had fallen in love with their grandpup. As you've heard, his name is Odie, and he now spends his days in Ingrid's office, assisting with her daily tasks while working, and also in a special dog basket on her bike that they go on their daily extensive rides down the Katy Trail. So Leslie put together this cool miniature Chihuahua canvas bag. It's filled with dog toys, some baked treats. There is of course, a little piggy and a bandana for his bike rides.
Nice.
And there's a gift card in there for Petco for $25 for anything else that Odie might need. And then also, since Odie works in your home office and helps with you with sales, we felt that he needs his very own dog tag that reads, "Have your people call my people." Ingrid's love for bike riding and walking have allowed her to relax a bit after a long day in her home office. She's taken her journey to better health to a new level this year by joining Heidi and Michelle on the keto lifestyle. Right? How about it? She's been very successful to the point that all her old clothes fall right off her now. Now, we don't think that would be something you want to happen, especially maybe during Bible study or something like that. So we're going to need to head out, and you're probably going to have to get some new clothes to fit that new healthy lifestyle. So to do that, we have $50 gift cards for Macy's and another $50 for Kohl's. Now, Ingrid is committed to helping people learn about the Bible and witnessing, and as part of her outreach to various St. Louis communities, Ingrid has studied several other languages, including Hindi and Arabic. So you know, she'll now be able to communicate with all those new clients overseas. It's funny how we just started talking about international. That's really impressive to learn a new language, and as everyone knows, it's not easy. To help you along the way, in case you wish to learn Chinese, or Mandarin, or Pinyin, because everyone knows that's the right language. There's a lot of dialects in China, as you know. You can pick up some books or some audio with a $25 gift card from Barnes & Noble. Now, back in her teen years, Ingrid and her sisters would attend every big rock show that came around. Of course, Ingrid didn't have much of a choice since she was working as an Andy Freen usher at the Rosemont Horizon the year it first opened. Ingrid still loves a good concert, since her husband Jim is not one to attend such concerts unless it's Toto, and we could blame Heidi for that. Ingrid has been venturing out on her own to enjoy the sounds of a Led Zeppelin tribute performance or a good blues show. Leslie was so happy that you also love Led Zeppelin as much as she does, and that we set you up with 4 tickets for the Led Zeppelin Tribute Band Celebration Day at the Chesterfield Amphitheater in St. Louis on September 14th at 7:30. We hope you can make those dates, and besides having Jim to take you along, you can invite 2 more people and enjoy the show and make a night of it. Since her sisters Heidi and Hilly hardly ever get to see Ingrid except when she's in town, the family will gather at her parents, Fritz and Jeanette's house for a nice bottle of wine, you know, being her favorite, and some family game time. Nothing beats having her brother-in-law give clues to the whole family after misreading a card as taboo locations on the body, but in reality it was tattoo locations on the body. Everyone laughed so hard that they couldn't breathe for 10 minutes. You know, we always find it important that everyone should make family time a priority, and we want that you continue this tradition and to create more stories so that you can have some for your 30th year anniversary coming up. Leslie made one of her famous baskets that includes 3 different bottles of Pinot Grigio,
Nice.
4 wine glasses, which are over there, they're separately packed so they didn't break.
There's 4 of these. I didn't want to break them, so.
And for fun, a new game for the family, and I hope you don't have it, that our family also enjoys, called Sequence.
That's a great game.
It is
It's
a
good fun.
great game. What's it called?
Sequence.
It's very fun.
It's so good.
And it's not drunk, too.
Yeah.
I'll play all the time. We're all set up.
So I'm going to ask Heidi to come on up and help me with this next story.
story.
It's all true.
So of course, as you've heard, I kind of converted Ingrid and Jim into Toto fans. Well, there was this one time we went to St. Louis to spend some time and see Toto. Well, that afternoon we had to do a little lunching, so we went to the local Italian spot. And Chuck, you can relate to that. There's good Italian in St. Louis, apparently. So needless to say, we got done eating delicious lunch, Italian food. Ingrid was drawn to the container on the counter when she went to pay, which appeared to be chocolate-covered espresso beans on the counter that she thought were for the customers. After biting into it, Ingrid just soon realized that they were just coffee beans and the container was actually just there to hold a pen for people signing the receipts. Once again, we all laughed so hard that we couldn't breathe for about a day. Needless to say, we all thought it was pretty funny and exactly how the mistake could have been made. Maybe the pen with the large flower attached, could have been a clue. Maybe not, Either way, you can definitely eat these. These are from nuts.com. You can enjoy 2 pounds of sugar-free, dark chocolate-covered, keto-friendly espresso beans. And it's all bought in some glass jar with a special flower top pen. Don't eat the pen.
Thank you, Heidi. Many of you may not be aware that prior to her career in the freight industry, Ingrid was a licensed beautician. What? She still brings her salon to cut Mom's hair when in town, and to cut her great nephew Everett. Ingrid works hard and still cuts the family's hair, but we agreed that you should have some pampering for yourself. So Chuck's wife Suzanne helped me, was kind enough to offer us a recommendation for a really nice salon and spa in your area, so you can enjoy a little bit of time for yourself. Here's a $100 gift card to Carrie O'Brien's Spa and Salon. Now, Ingrid has had to spend more time here in the Chicago area as a caregiver over the past year due to her mom's unfortunate run-in with a rather large black dog who decided to escape its house and run out to knock Jeanette down, shattering her shoulder and her humerus bone. That's terrible. During that time, Ingrid lived on her laptop for work during the day and for entertainment at night, while Dad watched golf and the news, which apparently is always set at a volume of at least 60 plus. There's nothing better than watching a good movie with your own headphones on an easy-to-handle large-screen tablet. I know that's what I use, because when I'm at my mom's house visiting, there's only so many episodes of Family Feud, Howie Mandel on the Deal or No Deal, or Pawn Stars, which